Orange rice, they call it Mexican rice. Man, I'm excited for you guys to make this. Look at this thing.
What's up, guys? In today's video, we are doing arroz a la mexicana, a Mexican classic side dish or an accompaniment to a main dish. I guess that's a side dish still. Anyway, we're making my version. It's based off Mama Z's. There's a million versions out there. As we say in Spanish, tiene su chiste. There's different ways to make it. Make it your own. As always, I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Let's get into arroz a la mexicana. Let's cook.
All right, guys, we're gonna make our arroz mexicano. Real quick, the ingredients. I'm using some long grain rice, some neutral oil, some butter, some white onion, chicken stock, unseasoned. I'm using Nor Suiza or chicken powder. These little packets of Sazón Goya. This is the one with a natto in it, so it gives it a little bit more of a red tint. Has some garlic, Roma tomato, and our flavoring at the end that we're gonna simmer with is a serrano chile and cilantro. Guys, guess what? All of this is optional. If your mom didn't do it, you don't have to do it that way. If you want to try my version, check it out. Let me know what you think. All right, so we're gonna heat up our pot over, I don't know, medium heat for now. For our broth, it's gonna be the Roma tomatoes here, the garlic, the Nor chicken powder, the Goya, oh, and this guy, chicken stock. So into a blender, I'm gonna add the chicken stock. Again, this is unseasoned. So if you're using seasoned, cut back on the salt, okay? We're gonna open up this packet here, drop it. You don't have to use this if you don't want to or like it or all that stuff. The chicken bouillon goes in. The garlic, I'm just gonna peel. Man, it feels good to be using a knife again. Been out a couple weeks with a hand surgery, but I'm feeling better, getting back into it. Never thought how much it would mess with me, because man, you forget I'm right-handed too, and it's on my dominant hand. But yeah, I'm glad to be doing this video, man. Here we go. In goes the garlic, and then just gonna help the blender out a little bit. Cut these in half, don't go crazy. There you go, and boom, broth ready. So now we're gonna get this into a blender. We're gonna blend this up. That looks great. And always taste your food as we go. Let's see how this tastes. Delicious, but it still needs a little salt in my opinion. So I'm gonna wait on this. I'm gonna season the rice when it's cooking with a little bit of kosher salt. All right, let's talk about rice. Some people rinse their rice. I'll say that now, and I do it sometimes. If you're gonna rinse your rice, the way I like to do it is pretty much get your rice in a bowl, boiling hot water, throw it on top, agitate it a little bit, not with your hands. Let it sit for 10 minutes, strain it off, rinse it in cold water, and let it kind of drain out, and then use it that way, okay? Let's get cooking. Let's give them something to talk about. Talking about love, love, love. I'm gonna use this to cover my rice in between the cap so it gets a nice little steam going, all right? Little insurance layer, if you will. You heard? All right, I'm gonna go in with our neutral oil. Boom. There we go. And guys, all the recipes gonna be down below. And if you've made it this far in the video, give us a like on the video, subscribe, please. Also hit the notification button so you don't miss the next recipe. Helps us out a lot here at the channel. Would love to have you a part of the community. Anyway, back to the cooking. The oil's getting a nice sheen to it. I'm gonna add the rice in straight away, okay? And just gonna give it a quick mix. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get our broth ready. And for the tomatoes and onion and garlic, if you don't have a blender, you don't need one, because Mama Z chops her tomatoes and chops her garlic and puts it in there, which I love that texture. This is just a little quicker way for me to do it, and also intensifies the flavor a little bit. Not the biggest thing in the world, but do your own thing. Okay, here we go. So you wanna do this at a relatively high heat, and you want a good amount of oil in there, because the oil's, again, gonna help us get this thing off the pan later. I'm gonna raise the heat a little bit. All right, while that's happening, we're gonna take our serrano chile, okay? And we're just gonna take it and make a little incision on the side here, a little pepper surgery. I'm not cutting all the way down, okay? And it's not gonna make our rice too spicy. It is gonna flavor it really nicely. And on the cilantro here, all I'm gonna do is take off some of these patas, or the little woody ends. You don't have to if you don't want to, but these things, man, in your rice are gonna flavor it so freaking good. I'm just putting stuff in my pockets. Usually I have a little bag here and I toss it out, but I don't have one today. You know, life's going okay. It's fine. Here we go. And what I'm looking for here is for the rice to take on a little bit of color. And as soon as you start seeing little brown toasty granules of rice, that's when I like adding my onion. And I like a good amount of onion in mine. And then I'm gonna add a little knob of butter in there, okay? Butter's just gonna give it a really great flavor. And here is when I like to season my rice. So I'm doing a nice hefty pinch. That looks good to me. And you hear that sound? That's what we want. Because the idea is pan heat should be super high. So when this goes in, it comes up to a simmer relatively quickly. And we don't have to wait around for our rice to be done. Because honestly, that's a big part of this is the people's heat control. You really want this to kind of be moving at a high pace. There we go. And if it looks like it needs a little bit more oil, if your pan's looking a little bit dry, add a little bit of oil to it. No problem there. Already, man, this smells so good. I texted Mama Z today, or yesterday. I was like, hey, send me your recipe for Mexican rice. And she sent me it. I was like, wait, you know, what? You use jasmine rice? She's like, yeah, the long grain rice is a little too clumpy. And it kind of blew my mind. And then I asked another friend, and she says she uses jasmine rice, or her family does, which is wild. And honestly, if it works for you, do that. Now we're gonna add our broth to this. That's the sound you wanna hear. I'm just gonna give it one little stir here. You don't wanna mix too much, because then you're gonna make risotto, and you don't want that. You're just gonna wait for this to come up to a simmer. And once it comes up to a simmer, we're gonna give it one quick stir, lower the heat to a simmer, and then add this to our pot, and you wait about 12 to 15 minutes at a simmer. And again, I like using a little piece of foil to kind of provide some insurance between this and the pot, so it traps that heat a little bit more. And honestly, that's it. Very, very simple recipe, guys. Super easy to make. Just gonna see how it's doing under here. It's feeling good. All right, I can see some bubbles happening in there. I'm gonna drop my cilantro in there. Okay, and my serrano, which again, I made the little incision. That's just to help flavor this rice. And both of these just come out whole later. We're coming up to a simmer there, looking good. All right, that's what we want. I'm gonna take a quick taste of the broth. Tasting good. Maybe a pinch more of salt. This is not your last chance to season, but just make sure you're seasoning as you go. All right, that's looking great. I'm gonna lower this to a simmer. Just get it, make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. There we go. Covering this right now. Boom. And I'm gonna let this cook. We'll set a timer for like 12 minutes. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, I hear you, I hear you. All right, so that's our 12-minute timer. You can see it's still kind of bubbling away here. I'm gonna let it ride for another 2-3 minutes. Again, everyone's cooktop's a little bit different. So if you have like a more traditional gas range, it might take 12, it might take 15, it just depends. Take a quick peek at this, very quick. That's looking great. I like the look of that. I'm gonna take this off the heat. Okay, and I'm just gonna let it hang out for 20 minutes, all right? Let it relax. Let it breathe a little bit. Anyway. We'll be back in 20. All right, guys, it's been about 20 minutes on the rest after the cook. I'm gonna pop this open and show you guys what it looks like. Yes, dude, this smells incredible. So you can see the serrano's nice and tender. Gave everything it could. Lovely. And the cilantro should just kind of come out like this if you just grab it by its stems. It's gonna be really hot, be careful. But again, if you wanna leave it in there, no problem. Just gonna get as much as I can out of here. Look at this, boom. This is what we want. Let's see the bottom of the pot. It's super clean down there. No sticking, individual rice granules popping up here. And right at this point, I'm just taking the top and we're fluffing and moving. Fluffing and moving here, okay? I like it a little sticky. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the last thing we need to do is taste this thing. Simple, delicious, amazing. All right, we're bringing a friend of the program on to try the rice.
Sure.
Sir.
Really nice seeing you.
Nice to see you, sir.
Okay.
You want to see the rice? How good does that look?
Wow.
Doesn't it look good? Let's try it.
I want this where there's a little extra tomato on it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Greedy.
Cheating. Ooh. I want a double dip.
I mean,
This is ours, right?
it's our rice.
I'm gonna double
Guys,
dip.
you can double dip in your rice, okay?
You can double dip in your own rice.
Find somebody that'll double dip in your rice with you. It's subtle in seasoning.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I make my rice seasoned. but I thought this is nice as far as something to serve with. You know what would be good with this is a caldo de res.
Oh, that would be.
All right, that's enough double
No,
dipping, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, that was Arroz a la Mexicana. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Bye, 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 bye.